Welcome everyone to the Toronto Debating Society. Today is Tuesday, November 6th, and tonight is our open house mini debate marathon. So it is open to all members and guests to debate topics on a 3-minute basis. We have 2 minutes from the Prime Minister, 3 minutes from the Leader of the Opposition, and a 1-minute closing for the Prime Minister. We'll start with our first debate for tonight, which is a 35-hour work week is enough. So please welcome Victor as the Prime Minister and Gerry as the Leader of the Opposition.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A 35-hour work week is enough. You are all familiar with the routine. You come to the office, you spend 15, 20, half an hour at the beginning of, before you start doing anything, talking to your colleagues, you are reading the newspaper, you are checking your email, and so on. The same, then you have maybe, are you a smoker? You go out, you have a smoke, and talk to your friends again, you have a coffee break, you have a lunch break, and God knows what. If somebody tells me that we are not able to produce the same amount of work in 35 hours that we would normally produce in 40 hours, I would be very, very surprised. You are all familiar with the phrase, you can stretch your time, or you can stretch your work into the time you have available. So, ladies and gentlemen, with 35-hour work week, we would have much more productive workforce. Secondly, we are going to have lower unemployment. Why don't we share the amount of time we have to spend at work between workers? Why don't we give opportunity to the unemployed people so that they can work and they would certainly participate in the economy? Thirdly, we will have happier and more productive and more energetic and healthier people working. If you work 35 hours a week, you have more time for education, you have more time for entertainment, you can go and you can exercise, you can be a better person, you can spend time with your family. Ladies and gentlemen, all these factors put together make a sense. Let's make a 35-hour work week and we will have lower unemployment, more productivity, and happier workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. And now the Leader of the Opposition, Gerry.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've heard some interesting things from Victor about a 35-hour work week, and I am very sure that there is someone out there who fits Victor's description perfectly, that 35 hours is enough. Now let's think about that word enough. There are many different societies around the world. There are countries all around the world with different traditions, different ways that their economy is set up. Is a 35-hour work week going to work for everybody? Obviously not. There are lots of people who 35 hours is way too much for. Those are all the people who don't even want to get a job.
Teachers.
So, absolutely. You try and tell a farmer that he can only work for 35 hours and he'll just laugh at you. He can't get his job done in 70 hours. 35 hours a week works perhaps for a small sector of the economy, maybe in North America or Western society. Certainly doesn't work in most countries of the world. People all over the world are very, very different. As I said, some people don't want to work at all. Some people are workaholics, and 35 is not enough for them. They want to work. They enjoy work. They get a lot out of it. You cannot possibly say that right across the board 35 hours is enough. Enough is not going to happen for the majority of people. It'll work for some people, but it's not going to work for everybody.
Thank you, Gerry. And now finally 1 minute from the Prime Minister for his closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, leader of the opposition, we have not heard one word refuting my arguments that we are going to have less unemployment, we are going to have happier workers, we are going to have more productive workers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm certainly not going to argue that this fits everybody's temperament and all countries, and everyone should use this model. This was based on the wording of this 35-hour proposition is an understanding that this would be a general standard which could be used in a society. Certainly you are going to have people who enjoy work. They can work longer hours. You have it today. You have people who work 80 hours per week. You have people who work longer and longer hours. You have farmers as well. I'm not suggesting that everyone should and must work 35 hours. I'm just saying that economy would benefit from it, and generally people would be happier and more productive. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. So as from a show of hands to see if the motion is carried or defeated, please raise your hand if you support the motion that a 35-hour work week is enough. All right. And for those who who reject the motion that a 35-hour work week is enough. All right. 18 to 7, the motion is carried.